But I want to hear about the wall first.
Yeah.
Yes, so this is the big wall, as it's called. Actually, it's next to a go-karting track.
And it's not in China.
It's not in China or Pakistan. It's here, right in the Russian capital. And it's a huge complex with a whole variety of climbing walls. There are hundreds of routes, so whether you're a novice or an expert, there is no shortage of challenges. You don't need to stick to the climbing the walls, the terrifying walls which you see here. There's a separate bouldering room, which is just about sort of like 15 feet high, about sort of like 6 meters, which you can climb for fun. They have amazing facilities here. They have a dance studio, a shop with climbing equipment, a bar, massage room, and there's a place for corporate seminars, you name it. And I met up with an American visitor here called Peydj Klaassen, who's a worldwide championship when it comes to rock climbing. It's quite difficult, this situation of rock, because there's rock climbing, there's mountaineering, there's abseiling, there's bouldering. It's quite a little complicated subject.
Yeah,
there's
and it's
free
just
climbing.
very, very difficult.
You got to be strong for all of them.
You have to be really strong. And actually, she said, Martin, do you want to go and try? And I was like, I mean, as much as I work on my arms, it's a different kind of strength, and it's also an alternative way to exercise, which is great. But they're quite ripped and small and tight and thin.
Yeah, that's the thing, because what you do is you get big and beautiful, and that.
I try.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I keep.
But with that sort of sport, it makes your muscles leaner.
That's right.
But very, very strong.
Well, Peydj was actually in the northwest region of Russia, near Finland. There's apparently very interesting area of boulders which she liked to climb, and actually said she must head to Krasnoyarsk if she ever returns, because the famous Stolby, which the sort of like the boulders, the tall, long, thin boulders in Siberia.
Sort of like the Stone Age.
That's right, yeah. Anyway, let's see what Peydj has to say about the Big Wall complex, which I think is just fantastic. I will return. We should all go. And also, she was holding some masterclasses here in the Russian capital and what she thought of climbing in various guises here in Russia. Take a look. Peydj, great to meet you. I would shake your hand, but they're rather...
Chalky.
Chalky?
Yes.
So...
You wouldn't want that on you.
I can't believe this place exists here in the centre of Moscow. I've never been here before. It's fantastic.
I haven't either, but it's amazing. It's big.
Well, it's called the Big Wall.
I know, it has to be.
Okay, so you're American?
I'm American.
What are you doing here in Russia?
I am in Russia to climb at a place called Triangular Lake, which is an outdoor climbing area, so real rocks, real boulders in the forest.
This is by Finland, I think.
Yes, right on the border.
Okay.
So, I'm on a tour called the Lead Now Tour, which I designed. I'm traveling around the world to rock climb and raise money for different nonprofits. So this is stop 2 on my tour.
Okay. So you're a world championship, or tell me about the awards that you've won.
I don't really compete anymore. I used to compete for 8 years, but so I don't have an official title. I just climb outside, and I climb like 514, which is one of the top grades in the U.S. for women. So yeah.
And it's quite complicated. I tried to do some research, and it's mountaineering and rock climbing and abseiling and this and that. It's not.
Yes, there are many types.
It's quite different, isn't it?
It is.
Try and explain it in 30 seconds.
So what you see here is sport climbing, and that's with the quick draws on the wall. So there's already equipment on the wall, and you use a rope.
Okay, which sounds safe.
It's totally safe. Over there is bouldering, which you don't use the rope, but it's much shorter. Also safe. There are mats on the ground that you fall onto.
Which is good.
Very good.
Okay.
And then mountaineering, that's all different. Ice climbing, we don't want to get into that. It's very different.
Okay. I presume that you need to be fit and strong and healthy to do this kind of exercise or sport.
A lot of upper body strength, but also core and really your whole body. You don't want to carry extra weight up the wall.
And I'm sure that actually, if people are bored of, the yoga or the gym, this is a great alternative.
Yes, it's awesome for exercise, and it's fun because it's challenging physically and mentally, which I really like.
Now, you're also holding a masterclass. Tell me about that.
Yes, so I'm teaching some of the youth here for a few hours, and I believe they're some of the top kids in Moscow. So it should be fun. They'll probably be teaching me more than I teach them. They're probably stronger than me.
Price-wise, do you know about the prices here?
Yes, I think to climb here it's about 400 rubles, and then if you need extra equipment, another 400 rubles. Okay. And there's climbing school as well, which is about 4,000 rubles.
$100 roughly around for about a course.
I believe so.
Because surely you just can't come here and think, right, I'm going to go and climb the Big Wall as a complete novice.
Right.
You're asking for trouble.
It is safe, but you do need to know the ins and outs of the equipment and how to be safe.
And beginners can come and try it for the first time.
Oh, definitely. And there's instructors that can help you, and then after a few classes or maybe even one, you can do it on your own.
I presume that you wouldn't start climbing this wall straight away. There are various
No, this is
smaller
the difficult
walls
one.
that
It
you can
doesn't.
try.
The height doesn't matter, but like you want a more vertical wall. The steeper ones are quite difficult when you're just
I
beginning.
see.
Yes.
So you want flat and straight,
Yes.
not leaning out like we've got this
Right.
lovely girl
Right, because
here.
then all your weight is, you know, on your back and on your arms rather than on your feet.
Interesting. What's next for you, Paige?
Next, I'm going to Italy. That's stop 3 of my tour, and I'll be climbing near the Dolomites. So,
Very nice.
excited. Haven't been there before.
And what's your impression of Russia been?
Oh, it's amazing. I didn't know what to expect. I was quite scared to come here, as all Americans are.
Sure, the big, bad, scary Russia.
Right, of course, but it's amazing. And all the people have been so nice. The climbing's wonderful. It's beautiful. So, definitely good impressions to take home and tell everyone about.
All good, and this place is great.
Yes, I'm excited to
I
climb.
might have to come back with a group of my friends and try it out myself.
I think you should.
Thank you very much. I'm not
Yes.
shaking your hand. Enjoy
Fine.
your time here and enjoy the masterclass.
Thank you so much, Martin.
She was really cool.
She's small.
Wonder Woman.
I bet she packs a punch, though. She's small.
Yeah, and would you try something like this?
Absolutely, I've tried it. I'm very, very bad at it, but I want to try again. And I'm probably never going to unless they build a wall here.
Right. It's important to note that when we were talking about climbing, and I said to Paige, are there any sort of like rock faces or cliffs or buildings that you wouldn't do? And she said yes, actually. What she does as a climber is that she climbs up mountains which have already the metal spikes and hooks
okay.
attached to the mountain. So she doesn't just climb up a random mountain in America or somewhere which is dangerous.
Tom
So,
Cruise Mission
you know,
Impossible style.
absolutely. She, you know, if you're tired, you could clip yourself on and sit there and sort of swing happily for
And
5
also,
hours.
you never know if it's if no one climbed it before. If you hammer in a hook,
solid.
But that
it
can always
might
come out.
and it's just scary.
Dangerous, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stick to the gym.
Yeah. Fair
Although I
enough.
think the big wall, you're not going to particularly injure yourself here trying it out.
Yeah,
in
good
the-
find that.
You might though. I might.
I'm sure there's
I think
soft
that's a
things at the
great
bottom.
find. I've been
It's a
here
good
for
find,
8
yeah.
years and I didn't know that existed here.
Good workout.
Great.
Mr. Martin Andrews.
Yes,
we thank
I'll
you.
see you in